The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, let's get started. Let's have some fun. Now, you got your tablet and pen ready? Here's the problem. Sorry, if you don't know me yet, you're going to get to know me pretty well because I'm blunt and I'm direct and I'm right to the point. Problem we got is you, okay? So I'm online 6 days a week or in person with people for 45 years. I build people millions and billions, having fun. Now, it's always live. If you have a question, just type it away. Now, all right, there's no pictures, there's no recording. Why? You got to put it here as mindset. You got to make it habit forming. And that's the goal, knowing how to play the game. Now, I like goodies. I didn't like being used and abused as a kid. I thought it sucked. So I got born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She threw me away and I got to be Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell too. Your journey today begins with me. That means we're going to play. We're going to play my way. Now, I believe you have a problem. Your problem is you. You didn't look behind the curtain. I want you to write down list, just the word list. Just write it down. You see, your problem is if you said you had a goals or you had a list of goals, that's the goal list. That's the index of a book. Every goal has an activity sheet. The next problem is you're not working off of a list. Let's understand. Everything I do is rules and tools, and I follow my list. All right, every week, every day, every month, what I need to accomplish. So when I have a step or a rule and tool, you should write it down and check it off the list. Now, we're going to talk about you. Why? Because we have to. Your problem is the lack of knowledge. You took 3 years to start your credit file years ago. And you kind of guess, and people kind of guide you along, and they all got guessing silly things. I'm going to correct the mistakes, okay? I'm going to show you where basically it broke down and all the things you needed to really know. I want you to get out your personal cards right now. Put them on the tablet. Put them on the table, wherever you got. Here's the problem. You take your personal credit, you jack it up, you'll get stuck, you backed yourself in a corner, you drop the score, you can't get it anymore, and you can't write out diddly squat. Is that what you did? Now, we're going to learn rules and tools. Every card you have personally needs a sticky. Write it down. You're going to put a sticky behind every card. You're going to write down the limit of the card. You're going to maintain 25% forever, never past 29%. This is 100,000. That gives me 71,000 of credit. Safety credit if I need it, in case blank hits the fan, loss of job, or pandemic. Now let's understand. You keep doing this crap. That's got to stop. I'm going to show you how to stay at a 750 the rest of your life. Is that okay if I give you the rules and tools? Since I wrote most of them anyway. Line of defense, we get to play my way. I want you to maintain a 750 score for the rest of your life, forever. I'm talking forever. You see, you have two cards on planet Earth. You ever heard that before? That they never fluctuate your score, ever. So if you need to jack these suckers up $1 million friggin' dollars, do it. When you maintain the payment, your score never drops ever again. So rules and tools. Now, I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, okay? He was security chief at TRW. I met him at Witness Protection, okay? He was bodyguard for President Nixon and CID. But the bottom line is he worked for TRW, and I drew some things for them. Very simple. TRW was Thomas Raymond Woolridge, bicycle parts. Got in the information business, no problem. It also stood for the reports wrong. From there, when I drew the first sketch of one of these, it was basically simple. It was basically good, all right, fair, or hell no. You're going to maintain 750 from now on. You're going to use what cards if you got to go past 29%. You have to have that discipline you've been lacking a long time ago as we play. Now, I want you to understand, Harold Stokes and I wanted to get it in the high schools, in the colleges, because we wanted to make sure you understand when you get your tablet and pen, you write it down again and again, they don't make the same mistakes you made. If we could teach the kids coming out of school what needs to be done, they're not going to make the same stupid mistake most of you did. All right, rules and tools and the discipline. Now, corporation's a gift. It's a legal person. It's right in front of you. I was abused and abused by Mrs. Hope and her son David all the time, and they just suck. They're lousy, shitty people. Okay, but Mrs. Hope is the wife of Mr. Hope. I can't even give it his name because they gave me a restrainer years ago. But if you ever basically went in the ocean and see something bobbing around, maybe you'll figure it out. So understand something. Chapter 18. It says a corporation's a legal person. It's right there. A legal what? Person. Supreme Court. That's what they did. So again, I learned this at 7.5 years old. All right, I heard it at their little poker game they had every Wednesday night. I wrote it down. They said I was weird. I went to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is a library. I asked, ma'am, what does this mean? Okay, she was rude. I'm 7.5 asking a basic question. She walked away. It's like rude. 5 minutes later, here's a mocker face. Here's a bag. She was a anyway. So let's understand. All right, here's my problem. I wrote it down. I found out it's a legal person. All right, we went back to the library for 2 years. I had to come up with a blueprint because I read the back. Every one of you have read the back. And the reality is very simple. You keep bringing the pain home. You're not working a list and a step-by-step list, weekly, daily. And if you don't have a checklist, I'm sorry, you're never going to get where you want to go. Now understand. All right, inmate sue or be sued. It's right there. So if you have a corporation today or when you get one, when they see the corp, they get to sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. And that kind of sucks. Now, after going back for 2 years, I sent away my money order. It was $10. $10 for a corporation. That's all it cost back then. Now the nonprofit's $30. So I don't know why people spend thousands to an attorney, CPA, in a corporate service. They get a corporation. Then they learn diddly squat. But understand. My corporation came back when I was 9.5 years old. I got over $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. Literally, we have millions and millions of dollars of credit. All right, having fun and lines of credit too. What happens next is basically it freaked them out. Mrs. Hope called Ted Turner and one of the attorneys. I went to the poker game. And what did he do? Is he a crook? Well, the reality is I told Ted Turner how to use the SS4 26 ways because he didn't understand that too. I got named in the movie Dave. 12.5 years old, I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille, got named in a lawsuit. All right, scared the crap out of me. I had to learn to master trade names, trademarks, and copyrights. The goal is to never bring the pain home. That's the goal. Now, if you have a corporation today, remember when they sue the corp, they'll sue you. You're on the officer list, you're on the incorporation list, okay? Now, when I was a kid, the grown-ups kept saying, don't put your eggs in one basket. I asked what it meant. All the response I got is, beep, beep, beep. That's it. I thought the grown-ups were all stupid, to be honest with you. All right, when I grew up, I realized they were stupid. The reality is if you got an LLC, which half of you do, you're going to get your ass kicked January 1st, the CTA Act. I mean, come on. Why would anybody set up a friggin' LLC, which is supposed to be the parent company out of Nevada in the first place? But that's what they were told by their friends and family to do. It's called stupid. But the reality is we'll teach you how to play with your LLC too, okay? So understand when they said put your ducks in a row, what did I get? A bunch of idiots. Corporation divisions. That's how you multiply credit. And I designed that for them when I was a kid. Your goal is to never bring the pain home. That's the goal. Me, I'm honest and I'm blunt. I'm going to tell it like it is. You follow stupid, you did stupid. You're not stupid. But if you want to be a corporation millionaire, you just let me know. It's pretty simple to do. Very simple. All right, Reese, you're raising your hand. Type the question. Simple. All right, I build millionaires all the time. I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. I build billions for clients. Isn't that fun? But I will tell you what to do, and I will treat you like you're 2 years old. Is that okay? All right, sorry if you don't like it. That's just me. All right, never bring the pain home. Is that okay too? We got the choice to play. Now, I got a foolproof program. You can't even screw it up, okay, as long as you follow through. When I did the hospital in Fiji Islands with Dr. Lucky years ago, no one paid attention. Kids are dying of gum disease. We got Arnold to be on the board. Isn't that fun? You've heard of Arnold, right? How about Superman for Gold's Gym? I got him $1 million of credit. He says, Ray, you kick ass and motivate. How about college professor, Biola University? How about Glenn? He lived in his car for 3 years feeling sorry for himself. You see, to feel sorry for yourself, you get 3 minutes. I'll take 3 seconds. It's time to go get it. That's the bottom line. Giovanni, $1.6 million. He worked for Pixar at the time. Little Karen Long Beach Properties, too. Oh, $1.2 million in 9 months. He got little videos out there and helping rich and famous people. And you imagine Freeway Ricky Dickie Ross, millions of dollars of credit, too. Got out of prison after 20 years. Isn't that funny? Smiling cheese. The reality is, how about Thomas? Within 6 months of being out of prison, I rebuilt his credit. I got him brand new dump trucks, and he gets to make millions a year. You see, your problem for you, sorry to say, you didn't learn about your SS5 and SS4, all right, at least correctly. You get an SS5 form, you get the SSN, Social Security number, and you basically get the 1040 tax return. You did yours at 14 to 16, unless you were born after 71 when Nixon took the gold standard out. And if that happened, that means mommy did it for you. You get one number. That's it. So we, the people, the SSN is tax, and probate till we're dead. And then we got the SS4. Line 1 says legal name of entity, individual person. Can you put your hands like this, please? Let's pretend you're going to follow through on everything I want you to do. SSN is tax, probate when you're dead. The time of death at the hospital is with the state, federal government, so no one moves your assets when you're dead. The next thing is we have to look at SS4. Here we're taxed, we get to pay and live on the leftover. Here where there's no tax until there's leftover. So the reality is it doesn't matter what type of corporation you have, it matters how you receive the money. Line 1 there is legal name of entity or individual person. Your name could be there. So if we break it down in rules and tools, SS5 equals SSN 1040. The next thing is SS4 equals 1120, known as a tax ID. Now, this is how you can get more chances in one, and you didn't pay attention, and then you got the world to kind of kick your assets too. If you are a crook, or you don't file tax return, you should have listened to rules and tools first. Now, Wesley Snipes went to prison for 3 years, fined $5 million, because what did he do? He listened to his stupid attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills, and they took his money, and he went to prison. So let's understand something today. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS and making a mess. Ultimate goal. So let's understand today. All right, if you look at the 1244 IRS.gov, you can file one tax return and almost not pay tax at all. There's how you play by rules and tools. See, the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. Now, let's look at the United States of America Incorporated. Supreme Court says it's a corporation, it's a legal person. 50 corps, states, cities, and they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. See, they planned the problem, and you didn't do that for you. They have bankrupt 11 cities so far of debt, stayed in business. That's why it's we the people. Supreme Court says corporation's a legal person. You have to learn how to play to stop bringing the pain home. So let's take a division of me. Write down division of me, please. Very simple. Line 1, I can put a person's name, corp, division, or subsidiary right there. I can build you a corporation worth $1 million, but I need you to follow through what I tell you to do. We're going to take an example of one of the Lamborghinis out of a collection of 21. Here's the keys. It's a $1 million car. The payment when I obtained this one was $6,800 a month. If I can't pay it, they're going to take it away. They're going to report it to the credit bureaus. I'll have shitty credit. They'll report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now I'll have double shitty credit. Well, that sucks. If I put in a corporation name, I'm an officer, so they'd sue the corp, still sue me. That's kind of stupid too. What did I do? I have no intent to do fraud. I bought the Lamborghini as a division of a corporation. Got it so far? Remember I showed you SSN versus SS4? I guaranteed under SS4. Now what does that mean? I created the 3-step for me. You see, my life is to protect the corp and my family. Your life has been bringing the damn pain home, called silly and dumb. We're going to repackage you. So let's understand. I got no intent to do fraud, so I created what I call the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Write it down. I take that piece over here, that entity, while I maintain my shopping centers and my apartment complexes and all my businesses too. And if I can't save this sucker under the Federal Protection Act, I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of it within 6 months. I'm going to throw the sucker away and write it all off while I maintain the corp and my family. You need to knock off the silly stuff that you do. Sorry. You keep bringing the pain home, most of you, if not all of you. You sign a lease of a building. That lease is a division. All right, every property you get needs to be a division. Who's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up? Now, all this silly people at LLC, Corp, all this crap, stop it. All the IRS means is you receive money under SS4. No taxes due to you profitable. We will discuss what type of corporation you have or what you need on my setup on my level 1 class every Wednesday, Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Got it? And now let's look at the Fair Lending Act. We get one card. Under the Fair Lending Act, we're entitled to 99 more. Would you like 99 or 9? Would you like $1 million or 100 million? See, if you're not going to get the money to get the honey, what are you going to do to start a business? You need $100,000 to $1 million of credit to build a business, to write it all off as you build it up. Your problem is like this. You got to change your name to Mary for an hour, maybe a minute, maybe 10 minutes. Mary's Ivy League education, very smart. She makes $250,000 a year. She married her 3rd grade sweetheart. They're both Ivy League education. Simple. They got a house, 2 kids, dog, and a cat and a fish. Maybe the fish will eat the cat, or the cat eat the fish. She gave $10,000 to a dumb attorney, stupid guy, okay, to basically look at the lease, 10-year lease and subleases as well. She gave $5,000 to a CPA, another dummy, because they don't understand how to be an entrepreneur. And what happens? Just like Wesley Snipes as well, his idiots put him in prison. So what happens here? She drops her score because she used $98,000 of personal credit. Calls them out, what did I do? What's the response? They're idiots, okay? They can't respond. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. That's not my expertise. Yeah, right. Here's the problem. Mary's restaurant filed bankruptcy, okay? Bankruptcy. So she filed corporate bankruptcy, but then they went after her because she guaranteed the lease. And that's called silly and dumb, which most of you do. So what happens, very simple. If Mary would have came to me first, the restaurant would have been a division. It would have been signed by a division of her. And she would have lost the peace, not the corp, not her house, and her husband divorced her 3 weeks later. He says, I didn't sign up for that. So your goal is to understand how to play, stop bringing the damn pain home, and understand how to be a certified CFO. Got it so far? If you look at your corporation today, just check it online. You'll see your name. You're the incorporator. You use your name on the office too. And what happens next? You probably used your home address. All right, that's why you got robocalls. You're on the junk mail list. You did it to yourself. You shot yourself in the foot. That's called silly and dumb, by the way. So we got to put your ducks in a row right now, and they sue the corp. They sue you. That kind of sucks. I'm going to create you a line of defense. Is that okay? The line of defense makes sense to me. Let's take this $100 million building across the street from South Plaza Mall, a $1 million Lamborghini I obtained as well, a $5 million mansion, and a $1 million race boat. I got my name on all of it. It's a corporate name. I want to show the world I obtained it. You see, why don't you turn these up? I obtained this. Why didn't you? What's wrong with you? Now, you don't get Lamborghinis and Ferraris till you hit about 5 million. Okay? But the goal is to make you a corporate millionaire. Is that okay if I do that with you? And for you too, we get to play my way. When I add you to a credit system I developed years ago, and we get to play the game, we get to win. And that's the ultimate goal, is to play the game and win. Everybody should win, don't you think? So I'll show you how to get that $5 million mansion as well. Is that all right? As we play, what's your goals today? From here, look at how many working days you have left of the year. You're running out of time. I'm sorry. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. And if your corporate divisions aren't filed now, there won't be 2 years in January. All right, 45 years online or in person. I'm going to take my radio and TV show next year, put my 30 people that are in my coaching classes, and put them on the show. Now, flippity dippity doos. When I was 17, I had 19 houses. It's like ridiculous. I know it's impossible. Hell, I've been doing the impossible since the day I was born and learned to read 2.5 years old. But when I did my flippity dippity doos in my 19 houses at 17, they said I could get number 20 because I learned the value problem. So I transferred to my divisions. Then I got dealing with all these contractors and subcontractors and buyers and liars, lien releases and all the crap. Everybody's trying to steal my money as I'm chasing for $50,000. At 21, I decided something. If I'm going to sell a car or I'm going to sell any piece of property, I'm going to be the damn bank. See, your problem is you. Everything you've ever sold before, you could have been the bank for 10 to 30 years. Example, apartment complex, split deed. Become the bank. Do the assignment of mortgage. Have some fun. You have properties literally in 14 different states that are under 100,000 that are brand new. Under 100,000. So if we took credit cards and took $5,000 to buy each property, let's buy 3. Section 8 are managed by third party. You see, personal credit, we want to manage it to a certain point of 10 cards, up to 10,000 each. Corporation, we want $1 million friggin' dollars. Your biggest problem, every one of you, you did not build residual income. This is where you screwed up. I was 17 when I started getting my 1,000 a month, 2,000, 3,000 a month. Having my 22,000 payphones, my ATMs, my shopping centers, and the pieces, and the laundromats, and the dry cleaning too. You see, your problem is still you. Now, credit, loan, and money. Take 100,000 from your pocket, put it in the corporate bank account. Don't have it, take it off of a damn card. Just borrow money, it's not taxable. Get the bank to reference 3 times 5, up to 1.5 million. Your corp to have a division for a franchise and a division for apartment complex. You're building a line of defense, third-party management. If you did what I just said to do, what does this do for you? Simple. It literally gives you financial freedom. There's your point. There's my point with you. $1,000 to $10,000 plus a month. So if we understand, when I add you to my system, personal, business, or division, I want to use history that I have for you as I get you a card up to 100,000 each. That's kind of fun. I like you to think about Mr. Warren Buffett. See, he's doing what I'm trying to get you to do, and there's no difference between him and you. Besides, he's did it, you haven't yet. You're going to. 100 companies plus his favorite 10. No matter if it's ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, all right, American Express, Duracell, See's Candy, Daisy, or Dairy Queen, Bridge to Fruit of the Loom. So as we play this game, let's understand something. There's no difference between him and you, besides you haven't done it yet, but you're going to. Plus, he doesn't pay tax anyway. So if we play this game, let's think about some boring business to do. Right now in Garden Grove, you can do for about 40,000. You can get a dry cleaner that doesn't actually do the work. They're a storefront. All right, they're going to be making about, right now they're making between 4,000 to 6,000 a month. It's going to cost you 40,000 to make 4 to 6 a month. You just bought an income. It's managed by third party. Okay, you got one in the valley. The reality is they want 40,000 down it. No, they want 60 or 70, 100,000 because it makes 10,000 a month. So if we design this correctly, and let's fix what you never did. You never built residual income. We take any credit we built, like a line of credit, and we put 40,000 in escrow. We maintain the debt. And what happens at the end of escrow when it closes, third-party management, that is going to create 3,000 to 10,000 a month. See, it's not going to make you rich. That's not the goal. Okay, you're going to get another one and another one and another one. Then you're going to leverage some money. So if you did the 100,000, your income can be up to about $40,000 a month, 45. 250, maybe it's 75,000. So we need to think differently than you haven't done before. In other words, you should own it but not run it. Running a business is like, are you kidding me? You're not making enough money. You're trying to survive. If you're the owner and you own a business and basically the third party runs it for you, it's like when you go to these, trade shows and expos. You might as well be a deer in the headlights. It's like, what do you do? Let's do an existing business. My client, I got him 400,000. He bought 3 of the laundromats, the dry cleaners. He makes 63,000 a month. All right, the laundromat, 47,000. He got 30,000 a month. They did a carryback as well. Got people into Wendy's restaurants, 500,000 down. All right, we take it off of a card or line of credit. Gas station, my neighbor has 2 now. So let's understand, you're not going to run it, you're going to own it. You don't have rich and famous people basically running their business. They have a third-party management. It's like if you look at an apartment complex like this one for sale, they want $3 million. It's existing, it's not new, that's good. All right, that means you have to put 10% down, 300,000. The loan for that is $23,000 a month. But then there's an income. Minus the income, currently you got 13,000. But the problem is you're not done. See, that tenant, one of them can slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. All right, that's bad. What if you turn around and did the reverse? And you split deed each unit, and you basically did assignment of mortgage, so they can't sue you. You get to sue them if they don't pay. The ultimate goal, now you created $76,000 a month. See, everyone should learn to become the damn bank. Real estate, franchise, current business. In my coaching program, the goal is to kind of analyze you and keep you on top of it, keep giving you a checklist and checklist and checklist, keep you on your toes a little bit. You got a 3 months, 6 months, or a 12 months. So again, what is our goal? Building residual income, which you should have done since day one. From here, as we play this game, the goal is to put you in all classes with me. All right, make sure you have weekly calls for your assignments in your list and checklist, and then rapid rescore to push you up and away. From here, the ultimate goal is basically 5 things you need to master. If you're going to be a true certified CFO, these are things you need to master about daisy chaining, increasing limits every 46 days, increasing those limits. But again, all 3 programs, 3, 6, or 12, you can put 1,000 down and maintain the payments during the coaching period. If you did the 90 days, it's $8,000. From here, if you paid in full, I'm giving you $100,000 of cash credit, which is usually $10,000 by itself. 1,000 down, you get 25,000 of credit. You make the decision what makes sense to you. If you did this 6 months, same thing. You break it down into payments or you pay in full. Once you put 1,000 down. If you paid in full, you get 250,000 of credit, which would cost you 25,000. Again, if you only paid 1,000 down to make the payments, it's very simple. You get 50,000. If you did the 12 months, same thing. You pay in full, it's 25,000. You break it down in payments in the 12 months. You pay in full, you get 500,000 of cash credit. You pay 1,000 down and do payments, then you get 75,000. Again, it's a Zell. Now. Do you lock it in? I only have 6 left anyway. Out of 30, you can always call the office at 800-254-9506. And remember, they charge a 5% if you use a card or a debit card. Simple, that's what the bank charges us, we charge you. Look in the mirror today, please. Ask yourself what you did yesterday to create your $1 million dream. Did you get the list on Monday? about repos, all right, probate, divorce, bankruptcy. Are you selling supply and vendor credit? A corporation should have $1 million of cash credit, checkbook money, supply and vendor money. Get into my coaching program, you're going to find yourself, by the time you turn around, probably about a $10 million company. The biggest problem still is going to be you. Don't think, just do. So make your money making machine make sense. $1,000 to $100,000 of credit to $1 million. Let's be an OPM, other people's money. Let's use basically Dun & Bradstreet and sell on Amazon and eBay. We can do that starting today. So again, you don't buy these kind of cars and goodies like this until you hit $5 million. God's gift. And I always put my name on a lot of the goodies under the corporation to prove I obtained it, because I find a lot of people full of what? I like the Ray Reynolds University on yachts and race boats, don't you? Duffys, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. You see, I accomplished all my goals. 2.6 million at 26 to corporate structure, actually 2.6 billion. I like the B. Now I'm going to go for trillion. Why not? Other people did it. I can do it too. So let's understand something today. There's me, all right, having the highest kick and the fastest kick on the USA in 81. Every time I hear some idiot say white man can't jump, amazing. I kicked at the lights that night. No matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal. Now I realized why I probably could jump to the kick the door jam of the basketball hoop. Grandpa, I found out he was Richard, all right, Bishop. He won the Olympics in 1932 in Los Angeles for gymnastics. Maybe that's why I can jump so damn high. Who knows? But he didn't give a shit about me either. The reality is, understand something today. One of my first cars was a Quintos Lamborghini. What'd you get? So I don't hear no. Every time someone says no to me, I say thank you. I walk away. I don't accept no. You do. Your problem is you accept it. It's ridiculous. You have 1,000 steps that I've put in writing. Literally, you can't even screw it as long as you follow through in the Millionaires Founders Kit. Draw this diagram in front of you right now. Bank of America is bankrupt 5,000 locations. Bankrupt 5,000 locations. Okay? Chase has, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo. Until you're at 5 million, you're going to do it my way, division process. When you get to 5 million, then you're going to change some strategy. Again, Sam's Club, Geico, cities do this in front of you. Your problem is your lack of knowledge. Is why, no, I'm sorry to say, it's the stupidity of man or woman. All right, stop bringing the pain home. Become a true CFO, a certified one, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. I created my first blueprint. I was 9.5 at the Torrance Library. And I wrote down, see it, believe it, go get it. That's just what I did for me. Simple. So I want you to write down 5 things now. You're treading water, you're playing it safe. 5 things. You got your tablet and pen ready to go? So let's keep in mind what we're trying to do. Very simple. We want to write down the 5 steps that we have. Yes, right. No residual income. Bah, humbug. Or you said, yeah, humbug. You put humbug. I thought you put humbuggy. All right. Well, that's the problem. You have to understand what I did. As a kid, all I wanted is the first $1,000. And I was 17 when I was hustling and making some money. Then I got the next 1,000, next 1,000. I wasn't trying to be rich. I was trying to pay the friggin' bills and not have all this pressure on my back. Your 5 steps are pretty simple. Okay? You need a 750 score, a real one, not Care, Credit, and First Premier. You need a corporation about 30 divisions. You need literally to have cash credit up to $1 million, and then checkbook money and supply and vendor money. These are a must-have if you want to get to the $1 million dream. Okay, so understand these are a must-have. I hope and pray you wrote it down today. Now, your corporation with division process stops you bringing the pain home. You put your ducks in a row, and I get to repackage you under the corporate umbrella. Is that okay? If we do it my way for a while, because your way sucks. So as we play, now I've incorporated 2, presidents of the United States of America Incorporated, but again, I like helping rich and famous people. I incorporated Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers, Angels, and all these other people too. But you, what did you do? You sit at your kitchen table, you talk to your friends and family and say, we're going to start a business, honey. And then you jacked up all your cards, you got stuck, you dropped your score. Hell, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and your family in a corner. You can't run out diddly squat. I call that dumb, don't you? But again, then you hawked your house. That stops today, by the way. You're going to do it my way. Got it? My way. So we write down today's date. We project 90 working days. And guess what we get to do? Fall down 1,000 friggin' times and only win 10. You feel sorry for yourself is 3 minutes. Mine's 3 seconds. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6, paragraph 3. Cash flow free at my time. See, that's what I was doing for me. That's why I put it in my book. What you should have did step 1. So here I am dead in a coma in 2009, 14 years ago. My wife wanted to take one of my 3 yachts in the backyard and worth millions and billions of dollars to watch the fireworks with a group of people. Someone was sick and killed me. There I am dead. Sucks. She told people in the office that I was in a coma, I'm going to die. Ron's over at the building, what technology driver over on Spectrum, stealing my books and my CDs. Tom, my IT guy, sold my websites and my phone numbers. Damn. See, who's going to stab you in the back when you're laying there in a coma? No, don't ever call the phone numbers, please. It's a porn site. That was who he sold it to. So if you want a copy of the 12 books and CDs, it's the Millionaire's Founders Kit, full blueprint up to the $1 million dream. It's free to you as long as you Zelle $99 for shipping and handling. There you go. There's your, take a picture, Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com, RW when you Zelle, and the little message, put your name and phone number. So we ship it right away. Simple. Now, starting a business, running a business, oh my goodness, hold your breath. You don't know if the people around you are going to knock you off the damn cliff, are going to catch you, you're going to die. Now, understand, I had no choice. I'm 2.5 years old, memorizing every word because I have total recall. If I get up at 2:30, the abuser gets me, so I have to get up at 2:25. My wife always says, why do you get up so early, honey, even to this day? You don't need to do anything. This is your hobby. You've been retired since you're 26. I'm not retired. I'm having fun. So I get up at 2:25 every day. I drop to my knees. I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. See, I give myself the mirror test. Who's going to help me? I got no family. I got nobody encouraging me all my whole life besides living in hell. So I got to motivate myself. God, me. Your problem every time you have an idea, you know what you do? You ask your friends and family to encourage you. Instead, they interrupt you. And then they tell you how to do your own idea, and they haven't done shit. To me, it's ridiculous. People around you telling you what you should do, and they haven't done diddly squat themselves. Stop clouding your direction, please. 2009, there's one of the yachts in the backyard. There I am dead the next day. I get to hear what's going on in the room. Tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So I got to move 24 times. I'm 11.5 years old, all those shitty people to live with. I've been shot twice, not 6 times too. Isn't that fun? But I'm still here to help you. Well, I got that problem. I'm not rhyming all the time. I did write 2 songs for this guy that's does this rapping stuff, okay? They got on the top 2, and one got top 1. Isn't that fun? Now, my wife, she kept bugging me after the coma because we came back broke and I built $1 million credit in 6 weeks. Talk to your family. Maybe they don't know you exist or they're going to help you. You never know. Yeah, right. Here's Nancy Rando, grandma, great grandma. Rando Farms. Here's Florence Bishop, Bishop's Yards and Nitty. And then I reached out to mommy and daddy. I got a knock on the door. The police officer handed me a damn restraining order. They throw me in a friggin' trash can and they restrain me for talking who they are because they're billionaires. These shitty people. But guess what? You got to go on. I'm God's example. Is that okay with you? So I got a book coming up this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Through. Being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. I got another one. I got 39 books ready to go. This one's called Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. I wrote it for men to shut up because women are tape recorders. I had to add another chapter of this for my wife and my daughter because they have to bite their tongue and live longer sometimes too. Hey, how about we fight the monster within? How about bullshit doesn't pay the bills? And on top of that, we fight through the pain. See, I think you're stuck. Let's get you unstuck. You see what happens, let's show you some Lamborghinis, some Duffys and some mansions and how white men do jump, and some Lamborghinis, more of those, and race boats in the backyard. Oh, my name's on all this goodies. Wow. So I obtained it. I'm not full of shit. A lot of people are. So understand, helicopter, All right, you doc, yachts and Ferraris too. Don't forget, it's called Ray's Rules. We're going to play my way. We're going to see it, believe it, go get it. That's why I wrote it 9.5 years old. Credit repairs are fraud. Can you imagine how many stupid people pay these idiots $100 plus a month? They're going to remove, they got a magic wand. Wow, dude. What a bunch of crap. Federal Trade Commission says it's a friggin' fraud. You can't remove something that's accurate. And you got a problem when you're charging a fee. You're not supposed to do that either. That's called fraud. But they're out there going blah, blah, blah. Good for them. Then half the shit comes back on anyway because they did it wrong. But they got your $100 a month, didn't they? So why don't we write down section 611, okay? Section 611. It'll tell you what you need to do. The goal for you is if you have open collection account, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. You got to man up and woman up, not rip off your credit or not be a crook. So remember, TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolridge made bicycle parts. Information sold himself to Experian, and it was always the reports wrong. And I drew the first one of these years ago, and it's called Good, Fair, or Hell No. There are 2 cards to use, not abuse. You never make your score go down ever again. So from now on, you're going to maintain that 750 score when I'm done with you. You got it so far? So what do we get to do? Negotiate a debt. All cards at 25-29% rule, a wrapper rescore. And your score is at a 750 now. What do? You master the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And that's the ultimate goal. So here's your first 25 steps today to play with me, okay? Intuit bought Credit Karma, all right, December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma was indicted 3 times for lying through their teeth, going blah, blah, blah. But that's just typical in business sometimes. And then they have no phone number to help you. I'd like to analyze your credit today, not tomorrow. I'd like to show you exactly what I need you to do on your part while I help you on my step and go to class, and it'll fall in your wad. And I'm going to call your case number on Saturday at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time so you and I communicate right off the bat. You're going to always hear from me direct. Got it? From here, there's that SS5 form you didn't pay attention to. And mommy didn't do it when 71 came out, when Nixon took the gold standard out. So it shows name to be shown on card, full name at birth other than above. But that it means the SS5 equals SSN 1040. Why don't you pull out the card in your personal wallet today? It's not even yours. It does say do not allow me, they don't carry with you. And don't use for ID purposes. It belongs to property of such administration and not you. Now remember, you got that for the 1040 tax return. From there, you got a paycheck years ago. And what happened to you? You thought they ripped you off. You went to them and said, where's my money? They pointed out the IRS gets your cut, you get the leftover. That's why you're a duck and a sheep. And that's how it works. You see, your problem, you didn't learn how to play the game. And today I'm going to correct a lot of the things they taught you wrong anyway. And when you look at the IRS and you look at 1244 and you file almost, the same tax return, you don't pay tax anymore. Isn't that fun? There's that SS5. Why do we compare it to the SS4? Legal name of entity. Individual person, banks, grocery stores, and cities. So your name could be on line 1, and that means you don't have to bring the pain home, and you don't have to play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, and it says banking and credit purposes right there, 1 per entity. Your corporation's allowed to do 4 things only. That's Ray's rules. But for tax, no taxes due, you're profitable. Corporate credits are write-off, free money, maintain the payment. Car at fleet price, and your hotel, you get the free buffet. The division is a line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate real estate because there's always some turd trying to slip and fall and try to sue you and screw you too. All right, line of defense. Build the corporation into $1 million. Does that make more sense to do? Now, I'm going to guarantee everything I say I do as long as you are part of the program. That means do not screw it up. Don't jack up cards. Don't apply during the program and crash your wrapper rescore. If you do, I charge you a fee or I close your case. All right, if you make a mistake and you screw up, own your screw up, please. Simple. You have an open collection account, negotiate 5 different ways. You got an IRS problem, they got a form on that too. There's always a way to repackage you. That's step number 3. Now let's understand today there's that 750 waiting for you. All we have to do is analyze you today. and tell you exactly and do the rapid rescore right away and push you up, and away to get you up to 96 points in about 3 days. Create a bunch of green lights. Is that okay? If I get to rebuild you, rapid score, you go to class Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, and what are we going to do? Target a 750 score. We normally charge you $9.99, and we give you back a $1,000 card. During the broadcast, I discount half price to $4.99, and the card becomes $500. And that way you maintain your score to 750 forever. Got it? You don't need to screw up again. You don't need to. Now, you got to look at time today because there's a problem. We're running out of time. A corporation or division set up right now, come January, will be on its second year. Lines of credit, checkbook money require that for corps or divisions. So think about that today. I like to give you profit and nonprofit simultaneously. You will pay your little filing fee. Nonprofit has cards on no liability. They have money, Google money give to you too. And you find out that the nonprofit is doing about 4 times on an average McDonald's. A starter package is rebuild your credit, rapid score. Articles also tax ID are free. If you already have them, we'll build what you got. If not, I'll give it to you for free. You set up in level 1 is every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with me live. From there, I'm going to charge you $9.99 because that's what the average person wastes in a given month. I'm going to give you $5,000 of credit back. You want to invest $24.99? I'll give you $25,000 of credit back. I always want to give you 5 to 10 times your investment. Got it? Because I want to take away your excuses. Analyze, add history, and start popping credit right away. That's how you learn to become a certified CFO. As we play this game, give you profit, nonprofit, and those bonuses today. All you have to do is Zell, or call the office at 800-254-9506. If you use a card, they do charge a 5% fee because the banks charge that to us. So you might want to think about Zell now. But again, it's up to you. Here's our problem. Your problem today is you're on the national mailing list. You get robocalls and junk mail because you did it to yourself, sorry to say, because I'm a voter too. And they sell that list all the time. Now, you have the ability to basically call a phone number 888-568-8688. And that allows you to opt out for 5 years or a lifetime, Cable Bill Corporation. So if you call that, opt out for 5 years or a lifetime, say you're off the national mailing list. Once again, the phone number is right in front of you, 88 or 8688. There you go. So let's understand step number 4 today. All right, from there we get to play. Now the next thing we have to do is plan the problem. You didn't plan your problem. In other words, you let a friend and family member rip you off because they don't respect when you give them free money. You spend thousands on crap that did not work. We take safety credit. We put a stick in the back of the card. We write down the limit of the card, maintain 25% always, never pass 29%. We make sure we have $100,000 of safety. From there, we basically make a line of defense. And I will help you build your line of defense, your rules and tools. All dashboards say 0 to 29, as I drew it years ago, all right, are green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So we start with our discipline, understanding how to play. Step number 5 today, we won't bring the pain home again. The next time you want to jack these up, the answer is no. All right, all you have to do is make sure I got you the gold and platinum card. They don't fluctuate your credit ever. You can push them up to $1 million as long as you maintain the payment. And on top of that, they have a paid overtime limit too. So there's how you maintain your 750 score without ever screwing up again. Got it so far? That's why we want to put it in the school so they learn to play, because they don't want to make the same mistakes you did. As we play, what happens when you lose your job, have an emergency? Everybody does the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their cards in 42 days until the world feels sorry for them. That's called ridiculous, by the way. If you needed $5,000 now, you go ask your friends, your family, the bank, they tell you no because you said you need it. Here's a $5,000 card in my hand. Payment's $50 a month. The average person pisses away $50 every other day and wastes over $150 a week. $600 a month. If we take $50,000 off a corporate card, we can actually finance a business and get 2 pizza restaurants during the pandemic using some common sense. White men do jump. Nixon did take the gold standard out. Write down Ray's rules. Now I want you to write down the only thing, you're going to take like an oath to yourself or raise your right hand. The only thing you can ever screw up from now on is a division, never the corp in your family. Write it down, write it down, write it down. The only thing you're allowed to screw up or sacrifice is the division of a corporation, and you don't hurt your corp or your family ever again, because that's called stupid, and you're not stupid. We're going to have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules. Number 7, you become a certified CFO and you never bring the damn pain home. Ultimate goal. So as we play this game, there I am dead in a coma. Google the address. I'm telling you the truth. I've been in 2 comas so far. One, I was crippled for life. Got up because Jesus told me to. It freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. From there, the devil's trying to hold us down and kick us at the same time and hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. So if you let me repackage you like Humpty Dumpty, that'd be okay? I want to do it my way because I think your way sucks. Corporations, a legal person, may sue or be sued. The lack of knowledge is what makes people do stupid things. Now, this is pathetic. Hey, I'm sorry. I lost my job. I got 2 kids. Man up. Get your ass to the church. Get the food. All right? Go drive an Uber, drive a Lyft, go have a damn garage sale. This is ridiculous. He's strong enough to go get a job. The other ones might need some help. But hey, don't give me crap. I came out of a coma losing billions of dollars. They stole my freaking life. What did I do? I sold my wedding ring, my bracelet, my necklace, and my Rolex watch. From there, I built $1 million of credit in 6 freaking weeks. I don't have bullshit excuses. This is BS. All right? Most of you, some of you, lazy. The other half better go get it. And the problem is you got excuses. No. You get the damn checklist and you do it every day, every day, every day. How bad you want it? See, maybe you don't want it bad enough. Hell, I want it out of hell. So let's understand something. I got a family to feed. The only thing you're willing to sacrifice from now is a division. And hell, I invented division process. There's your duck and your sheep, not the corp in your family. Don't you ever bring that pain home. All right? I take your tax ID. I'm going to set it to my system. I get to create credit reports instantly. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, cash credit. Line you up for checkbook money. Isn't that the goal? 9 divisions is $1 million in my book called Buckets of Money. 41 is 5 million. You look at your corp today, look at it. Come on. You'll see your name there. They sue you. And that kind of sucks. I want to build your line of defense to protect the corp and your family. And that's the ultimate goal. All right. I also invented daisy chaining of credit. 1 card. How about we get 99 more and get 9 lines of credit? And we get $2.5 million of credit to go finance the American dream. What's your excuse now? You see, division process under the corporation. Tax ID, 2000 of history. I sell divisions at $4.99. 3 for $14.97. It's a Zell now. There you go. Now you have no excuse. From there, you can always call the office at 800-254-9506. Remember, if you use a card, they do charge 5% fee. I like goodies. You like goodies? You can get any goodies like this? Why not? Why not? Why not? You see, your problem is still you. Let's go play the game. Let's win. How about $1 million of credit cards and $5 million of checkbook money? You see, I rebuild you here. Make sure you maintain that 750 score. Then we're going to get the green unlimited and the 2 at 30,000, 160 times 9. Then the B of A times 9. Then the Wells Fargo times 9. Then the Inc. times 9. And then the gold times 9. And then that's up to 5 million. Now we haven't got the other 5 cards yet. Guess what we get to do? We're going to get some checkbook money. The banks will give you up to 150, usually with no tax return, and you can get up to $500,000. But again, they want you to have a 2-year corporation or the divisions. That could be up to $5.4 million of credit, cash credit called checkbook money. We get to play. I like to play. Don't you want to play? See, we're going to do it my way. I got specialty classes on Saturday as well in rotation. There's 8 of them. See, I'm going to help you and I'm going to build you corporate credit. You're going to understand that's borrow money. You're going to buy your lifetime income to build residual income, which you never did in the first place. You're going to have your cake and eat it too. You're going to use Ray's rules, all right, and literally understand to become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Is that okay? We do it my way for a while. I give you a check for $1 million. What do? You put it in a personal account. You only get to keep $375. I would have told you put in the corporation a division of you, reference 3 times 5, 15 million up to that. Pay all the bills first. Pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. You see, you got to realize the United States of America Incorporated, 50 corps, states, divisions. What do they get? States, and they get what? Cities and corporations. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Literally, they planned the problem. You didn't plan and got your asses kicked. But you see, you could have did the same thing as long as you have no intent to do fraud. So let's understand today. Why don't you Google bankruptcy? When blank hits the fan the next time, is it your SSN or your SS4? Who's the duck this time? You get to play. Add you to my credit system. No promise you how to get that $5 million mansion too. From there, I'll build you up to $1 million. Simple to do, as long as you follow through and go to class. I'm following you up. So beat your doubt, run your race, get out of my way while I rebuild you my way. I think you're stuck. Let's get you past go. I like the mansions in the harbor, God's gift. Right? I love those race boats and yachts and everything with my name on it too. I just want to prove I obtained it. Simple. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and some buildings too. Now down the road, you're going to change your driver's license to P.O. Box mailing address. I'm going to ask you to do that too. I want to repackage your whole life my way. Now understand today, step number 12. Let's look at your car you drive today. I'll bet you every one of you went to the dealership. They sweated you for 5 hours. They treated you like a duck and a sheep. You lost thousands of dollars and you got up to 9 inquiries. Oh, goody. It's not how you buy a car. Car is fleet price tax ID division. All right, it's like the house. You put 2 people on the loan? No, that'd be stupid. All right, basically what happens when you lose the house and the car, you know what they do? They report it to the what? Credit bureaus. Now you got shitty credit. Then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double shitty credit. See, you got to plan the problem from now on. Registered owner should be a division of a corporation, by the way. On top of that, we get to play my way. Every property you ever obtain should be a division. Which one's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up too? Your house payment's offset in your what? Your paycheck. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why would they pay tax? Simple. From there, understand there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter with the lines of credit, given it to the bank in 24 hours. And now they're all pissed off of him. He's twilly-dee, twilly-dum. Hey, X marks the spot. At least he's got a spaceship, huh? So the other 2 guys have spaceships too. We get to play. Join the club and understand win the battle too. We get to play to win. Now, run your life through a corporation in conjunction or pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, let's see. Your paycheck's taxable income, right? So after you get your leftover, and that's what you're supposed to live on, you're paying the car payment, gas, registration, insurance. I'd be yelling no right now and drive a company car like I do. Step 17. Why don't you go to irs.gov today and look up an SS4 form? It'll say banking and credit purpose right on the form. You never had to be a duck and a sheep. You chose to do that and follow silly people. You didn't look beyond the curtain, did you? Here's Mama, 71. Nixon took the gold standard out. Mama's going to sign the SS5 form for the baby so they can bond the baby up to 35 million apiece. We're all bonded for 35 million apiece up to that. So it's rules and tools. It's like when you buy a house, escrow, close homestead, trust. Well, if you don't have a house and a trust, they sue you. They kind of screw you up. You're dead. They get stuck in a probate. Your family got diddly squat. Fix up a property. You hire the contractor that hires the subcontractor. They stand outside Home Depot. When they slip, fall, and screw you over and take everything you got too. But my way, they got diddly squat. I like diddly squat. All right, irrevocable trusts. What do you think? Step 19. 6 more to go to play. Now, if you don't file tax returns and you're a friggin' crook, then go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. He listened to his stupid attorneys and CPAs in Beverly Hills. They took his money, but he did the time. 3 years in prison, $5 million of fine. Again, he should have listened to me and understand the 1244. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. But again, that's up to you. Step number 20. You can actually learn to be a certified CFO. That means you're going to do basically buy things at OPM money. Save up to 70%. Don't pay a bill up to 90 days. Then escrow closes, you leverage it to $15 million. All right, line of defense, borrow money is not taxable. By the way, that's called step 21. Blackjack, looks like you get to win. Isn't that fun? My office in 2009, 14 years ago. First time I was proud of myself. 22,000 building, One Technology, all right, Drive, Irvine Spectrum. From there, I had 3 locations in other states as well, doing up to $1 million a day. But I got out of a coma and everything was gone. They stole my life. I took out my blueprint, started whining like a baby, like most people do, and I looked at it and said, see it, believe it, go get it. I took out my 5 closet divisions, and I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Why aren't you doing this? All right, you got to realize there's some work to be done. But again, there's no reason to bring the pain home again. 1,000 steps to millionaire. All right, there's no difference between you and basically Warren Buffett. You get to play the same way he gets to play. Why I pick boring businesses like payphones, laundromats, dry cleaners, storage units, and all the thing run by third party at the time, because it was fun. Putting a line of credit, put 40,000 down. Your income should be 3,000 to 10. $100,000, you should have had 10 to 45. 250, about up to 50 to 75,000. I just wanted to get 1,000 a month, all right, when I was 17, then 2,000 and 3,000. I wasn't trying to get rich because that's called stupid. Rich people aren't rich. They know how to get residual income. So the ultimate goal is all classes and weekly calls with me, giving you your checklist and make sure you follow through and wrap or rescores and push you up and away. Understand you need to master 5 things. They are projections, what limits, phone calls with creditors, days you chain credit, and increasing limits every 46 days. You have 3 programs you can pick, 3, 6, or 12, 1,000 down, and you finance the balance during the time of coaching. Simple. If you paid in full for $8,000 for 3 months, I'm building you $100,000 of credit, which normally would cost you 10 for that. It's a bonus. 1,000 down only, you get 25,000. You do the 6 months program, you pay in full, it's 15,000. Then I'm going to build you 250,000 of credit, normally within 25,000 for that. But again, 1,000 down, where you got the payments, then you get 50,000 of credit. Do the 12-month program, all right, pay in full 25,000, and I'm going to build you $500,000 credit. You normally would cost you 50,000. But if you only did the payment $1,000 down, at least lock it in, then I'm going to build you $75,000 of credit. It's a Zelle, now for deposit or the whole thing. Up to you. The ultimate goal is a corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. Divisions are the line of defense. The only thing that's going to protect your corp and your family is make sure you have a bunch of divisions to protect you. As we play this game, the goal is I'll sacrifice a division, never the corp or my family. Divisions of 9 is up to $1 million, 41 is up to 5. Each division today, I had 2,000 of history, set it up in tax ID for you, $4.99 each, 3 for $14.97. It's a Zelle, now. It's up to you. You want to call the office at 800-254-9506, be assigned to a specialist, or if you have one, talk to your specialist today. What would you do and what were you willing to lose? I mean, come on. I didn't have a family as a kid. All right, finally got one. I'm not willing to lose my wife and my 6 kids and my 10 grandkids. Corporation is sued, we're screwed. No. Division process, step 23. Everybody gets checkmate. We do it my way. From there, let's understand. Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules. Making millionaires, corporations, and divisions, training people how to be a certified CFO. There's the goal. So if you got joint credits just in the way, you buy a house, it's escrow, closed, homestead, trust. Corporations are free in all 50 states. You pay a filing fee. Get your divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. Raise rules are simple. I give bonus cash credit so you can write it all off and get rid of your excuses. Nobody does what I do on planet Earth besides me. So you can play the game and win. And if all you want me to do is get you a 750 score, okay. I'll analyze you, add a rapid rescore, and I'll start basically putting you in the class right away. So you learn how to play on Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday too. $9.99, $1,000 card. Well, we discounted on the broadcast at $4.99, so the card becomes $500. And you never hurt your score again. You maintain your 750 score. Remember today, please, time's running out. Because why? January, a corporate division will be on its second year. The line of credit requires that if you're looking for checkbook money. I like to give people profit and non-profit simultaneously. Articles, offices, tax ID are free if you don't have them. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday with me. Live, $9.99, $5,000 credit back, $24.99, $25,000 of credit. That means 5 times your investment. Analyze, add history, start popping credit right away. All up and go. That's all we get to do. So guess what today? If you do this right away with these bonuses, you'd Zell now, or you call the office 800-254-9506 right away. Referrals, I'll build more credit or I'll Zell you 10% back. But that person has to name you at the same time when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. So I always give you my email address too. So let's understand a corporation with division process. Banks use corps owning corps, subsidiaries. You're not to the 5 million yet. Sam's Club, Geico, and Cities. So we could play, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and never bring the pain home again, and reprogram our brains to millionaire status. Look beyond that curtain, please. Goal. Understand, stay safe, stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So at the end of the day, every one of you have the ability to let me hold your hand, repackage you my way. Unfortunately, your way didn't work so far. So your ultimate goal is pretty simple. What we should think about right now is one thing. All right, how do we start building our list up and away? All right, so the bottom line, trying every day, playing problems I saw, that's on the art, no problem. Well, the main thing is keep going at it. Your points went up 69 points the other day, you said. So that's the goal. Keep getting them up, balancing that debt, and guess what happens after that? Up and away. So the bottom line, if I offer something today that you need right away, you Zell, you call the office at 800-254-9506. Just always remember, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And at the end of the day, God loves us all.